with your host, Sean Spencer and Alex Loosemore.
But we got to talk first about this new AP poll. The upsets played a huge role in that. Teams that were in the top 10 no longer in the top 25. I mean, what in the world? So let's go ahead and get into it now. As you see, 1 through 5, Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Ole Miss, and A&M. Then starting with 6 to 10, you have OU, Indiana, Alabama, Texas Tech, and Georgia. Then LSU, Tennessee moving up. I like this. Georgia Tech.
Yeah, they're not 15 anymore.
Yeah, that was their spot. I thought they were going to stay there. And you guys now are in that 15 spot with that win. Our buddy, EK, Notre Dame at 16, Illinois, BYU, man, number 19, ACC's own Virginia at 18, and Vandy at 20. And down there you have Arizona State, you have Iowa State, Memphis, USF, and Florida State rounding out the top 25. Alex, I'm going to come to you first, and let's talk about that. There's the two major upsets, and all of a sudden, now Penn State is not in there. Now, all of a sudden, you got top-tier squads out. Is this what are you thinking, man?
I mean, this AP poll perfectly describes what this past weekend was. This is pure chaos compared to what it's been. I look at it, and first off, if you would have told me this top 5 would have been the way it was come the start of the season, I would have told you were insane. Miami, Ole Miss, A&M being in there, I would have told you were out of your mind. I thought they would be good, just not top 5 good. Same with Indiana at 7, Texas Tech at 9, Georgia Tech all the way up at 13, Mizzou 14. It's just pure chaos. Virginia at 19. Like it's all over the place. It's kind of nice to see some parity as well too. It's not what I think last week or the week before we brought it up that like nearly 20 of the 25 schools were Big Ten and SEC, starting to get a little more variety in there, which is always nice to see. Mm-hmm. And it shows a lot of playoff races here, kind of narrowing down like the group of 5/6 auto bid there. Right now, it looks to be Memphis or USF. Oddly enough, they play each other in a couple of weeks. You can see multiple teams in the Big 12 in there, the ACC. So I'm excited to see where this takes us.
Absolutely, yeah. And Eric, you look at I mean, this list, and got to shout out our ACC, and I'll add you in there since basketball season's almost here, so you're going to be ACC soon enough. So, but for outside of you guys, with obviously number 2 Miami, you got Georgia Tech, Virginia, and then Florida State hanging on. But to Alex's point, I mean, you got teams all over the place. You got schools that are not normally known for being up here, but in here, I mean, look at BYU, who we figured out they're for real. They got the win over Colorado, and I mean, we've seen them. They're in the top 20. I mean, Eric, when you looking at this, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, some similarity with Alex's long thought process. I don't want to say there's anybody in that top 10 range that really shocks me. Texas, I was a little on the fence about them. Obviously, it's very shocking. The outcome of them being completely out of the poll.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Same with Penn State. I mean, I definitely, from preseason, I thought Oregon was going to win that game, but I certainly looked at their schedule and I did not see 2 losses through this point in the season, even with that one being a guaranteed one. So there are some very, very shocking things. I'll be honest with you. Oklahoma, that is one I've ragged on for quite a while. They, to this point, have proven to be a a very, very challenging team to deal with.
Yeah.
So I'm eating a little bit of crow when it comes to Oklahoma. I'm still not on this Indiana train. I, it just feels like smoke and mirrors to me. Somebody sell me. Somebody sell me.
I
But
mean, my big thing is no matter who they play, they run the ball like crazy. They're averaging like 250 to 300 yards a game on the ground. Mendoza is one of those quarterbacks that plays well, does not make mistakes. It seems like a better version of their team last year. So, like, I mean, they're
I
a team that
guess the only
might
thing though
win the
is
first round playoff game, but
you say no matter who they played, and no disrespect to ODU, but that's ODU, Kennesaw State, Indiana State are 3 of the 5.
yep,
Illinois, we don't know who they are yet because that was just a straight, excuse my language, ass whooping.
yeah,
Which
that was
I
wild.
will,
Yeah.
Then
I
they turn
will,
around and beat USC the next week. So
yeah. So again, they've earned their right to be up there. I just don't know that I completely believe it yet. So
fair.
let's see them get through this next end of the year stretch. I mean, we're
I think
going into
Oregon
what
this
we're in
weekend
the
for them.
yeah. I'm not going to judge them based off of Oregon. I mean, I won't let it hurt them. It can only help them if they play
Yeah,
it close. That's how I feel about Oregon. I'm not gonna kill Indiana if they lose by 30 to Oregon. Oregon's
yeah,
really damn good.
and
Um,
especially in Autzen.
yeah, the only thing that bugs me, I think I threw in a chat that the couple of us are in, is I don't know how Illinois is where Illinois is. I'm not saying they should
Mm-hmm.
be out of the top 25, but they lost 63 to 10. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
like put in some of these undefeated or these close one-loss teams above Illinois. But for the most part, I think everything is pretty fair with the AP
yeah.
polls to this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, so shocking or not shocking, the ACC stuff is really, really interesting though with Tech and UVA. I've got a little soft spot for UVA, so I'm riding along there with you, Sean.
Oh yeah, right in our neck of the woods. Right in our neck of the woods. But look, let's go home. Let's go to you guys. Michigan 15, Notre Dame 16. And Eric, let me come to you first. I mean, a lot of people had issue. Obviously, you were going through what you're going through, and when you guys are 0-2 and still in the top 25, now you guys have won a couple, and you're look the part. Do you feel comfortable where you're at right here, or what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, with 2 and 5 being the teams that you lost to, and it's by a
Very
total of
true.
what, 4 points.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not uncomfortable with it. I certainly I can look at some of the other schedules and I can go, well, we should probably be above them. We should probably be above them. Um, on paper, we still haven't um, won a game that you know is deserving of a higher ranking, but when you go toe to toe to the final seconds with the number 2 and the number 5 team,
Yeah.
I don't know how you argue that some of the teams that are below us should be above us.
Well, especially when some of the teams above you have had really bad losses.
Yeah. So,
Like,
And if I'm not mistaken, the number 2 and number 5 team both had to come from behind to get you, or at least I think Miami was tied with you guys, and they had to drive down late.
I think we came back on Miami a bit. Texas
yeah, you guys
A&M,
got the lead quick, but
we missed an extra, or we did not miss. We
botched.
botched an extra point snap, and that
Bless his heart.
was likely the difference. I love Tyler Buckner. No hate. That's my guy. So yeah, and the problems that I saw even against Purdue seem to be cleaning up. The offense is a problem for people. The quarterback we've got is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Arch is falling down the draft boards, and CJ is moving into the 2027 draft boards rather quickly. He is special. So that has been a fun ride despite the losses, but the team is coming into form, and I think at least giving some people hope that they're AP voters, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, and I'm coming to you, Alex. Michigan, you get the win over Wisconsin. I mean, you guys have looked good up to this point. What are you thinking? 15, middle of the pack. You know, you good with what your spot right here?
Yeah, I think it's pretty fair. The only like really tough game we've had is Oklahoma, and we lost by I want to say 11. But Bryce's first game on the road. I think maybe my bias cuts that a little bit of slack, but this defense is great. Justice Haynes is special. He's been, I think the lowest he's had in a game is 117 running the ball. So yeah, the one thing I wish, well, it's kind of twofold. I wish Bryce Underwood could take a little off his passes. But I wish our wide receivers could catch a damn ball too, outside of Donovan McCulley. McCulley doesn't seem to have an issue with it, and Klein, the tight end, doesn't seem to have an issue with it, but everyone else can't catch a cold right now. So that's a little frustrating, but I think it's all in our hands to make the playoff here. We got, like I said, the tough game against USC in LA this weekend, but then it kind of sets up nicely to, if we win that, we're probably a one-loss team hosting Ohio State at the end of the season. So I really like this spot, and I think it's a valid spot for us right now. I think kind of that 11 to I'll cut it off at Notre Dame there. I think all those teams are very similar. I think all those teams they can punch and take out probably 4 through 10 above them. But at the same time, clearly, as some of these matchups have shown, could fall short against those guys. So I think this is all still very close. I kind of agree with Ben. I think the top 3 are separating themselves. But I think everything else is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. On paper, I can't argue it, Alex, but you say 4 through 10. I'm not scared of number 2. Let us revisit it. So that they earned it, and they're very good. But
I think on a neutral site, you take that.
I honestly, I don't know that any of the top 10 in general actually strike that much fear as a whole, as we're used to of past years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this is the most up for grabs any spot in the top 25 has really been.
Yeah. That Ohio State defense is filthy, though.
Oh, yeah, they are legit. Sayin doesn't make mistakes. They got 3 really good running backs, and then they have the best offensive player in the nation and the best defensive player in the nation. So,
are you finally going to give Carnell Tate some love now?
Tate's shown that he can be a good wide receiver too. Absolutely.
I'm just picking with you, buddy.
Oh yeah, buddy. And look, I'm gonna say I love the both of y'all's location in this, because the other thing about it is both of you guys have championship pedigree. Both of you have been to, the mountaintop in the last couple years. And when you're looking at some of the teams in front of you, Missouri, Georgia Tech, Tennessee, LSU, Texas Tech, some of these teams are new in here. We'll see. Obviously, we talked about how these conferences will kind of cannibalize themselves, but I really feel like with y'all's schedule and just kind of how a lot of these guys above you might fall a couple slots, I think you guys are in prime spots, really be in a great location come November, December, late in the season.
I think
I think Alex definitely is. I think
You went out and you're in.
Michigan controls their own destiny 100%. I do not believe that we do, and here's the reasoning. We need Texas A&M and Miami to continue doing well. That's number one. We need them to stay up there. And the meat is off the bone with our schedule. So there's not a lot of notches to put in the belt at this point. So I definitely would rather be here than 3 or 4 slots down,
Yeah.
because I think that will ultimately help in the end. But I don't believe the win out and you're in. I think there's going to be a lot more at play, especially if Miami and Texas A&M end up taking some hits. I think that's going to hurt quite a bit.
My thing is there's 8 SEC teams above us right now. You can expect probably at least 4, maybe 5 of those to fall out. I think they're going to tear each other apart so much that you might get a 4th SEC team in. But the issue with the SEC this year, and I always pick on them, but it seems like it's a bunch of really good teams, but I don't think there's any real great team in the SEC this year. You know, where there was that one where if you beat them, it was, oh, well, we took them. They're the class of the conference this year. There's realistically, Texas can still win the SEC. Florida can still win the SEC. Like, those teams are both still in play.
Say that one more time.
Florida is still...
I can't deal with this. Like, why are we still doing this?
I literally said that one to get a reaction out of both of you. That was
I got through yours, but then when Sean gave you the reaffirmation,
that's the thing though, is there's still unranked teams in that conference that you could realistically say, yeah, I could see them in the SEC championship game.
Yeah,
that's where I think there's so many different variables that there's not going to be that many teams in the playoff for them. I would bank on 4, and then probably 4 from the Big Ten. Usually 3 at least. I think those top 3 in the Big Ten make it in, and then I think we do slide in as that 4th team. And then there's still the other. Realistically, that leaves only the auto bid. So I'm interested to see how it goes. But I don't see the SEC getting more than 4 teams.
Yeah, I hope you're right, because I want to keep winning, and I want to see if we're a different team than we were. So,
and I think Notre Dame, if you guys run the table, I think there's a strong argument for, especially if Miami and A&M are both playoff teams, being we lost to 2 playoff teams by a combined 4 points.
The first 2 games.
Yeah. And we've taken care of business since. I think that's a playoff team. I really do.
I think last year's run adds a little credibility that wouldn't be there.
Absolutely.
In previous years. So, but it's going to be fun. But all I'm worried about is NC State, fellas, and I will be there.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Do us a favor. Get that dub. I was definitely would have been there with you. Actually, I'm not going to be too far from you because they're at your place, right?
Yeah.
No, they're at your place. All right. Yeah, no, I'll be in Carolina, but that's definitely going to be fun. That's definitely going to be fun.